everyone, this is Holly Knutson. I'm a functional health practitioner from Utah, and today I'd like to continue my cancer series and talk about the IVY gene test for early cancer detection. It's absolutely vital to detect cancer in its early stages to increase survival rates. The IVY gene test is an accurate biomarker used to confirm multiple cancers early on in their development before they've had a chance to spread. The test combines both specificity along with high sensitivity via a simple blood draw. Early detection is key. We all know that when it comes to cancer. There are 5 stages of tumor growth, each progressing in severity as the cancer becomes more advanced. The IVY gene test has the specificity to detect cancer in stage 1, which is considered an early stage cancer because it hasn't spread to surrounding tissues, nor has it reached the blood and lymphatic systems where it can easily spread to other parts of the body. Detecting cancer early is key to a favorable prognosis. Stage 1 cancers respond well to both conventional and alternative treatments. Lifestyle changes are paramount to increase survival rates in this stage. A stage 2 cancer is more difficult to treat because it has spread into nearby tissues, as well as the lymph system and bloodstream. Fortunately, at this stage, it hasn't yet metastasized to vital organs. Once a cancer is designated a stage 3, and especially a stage 4, the situation becomes more dire. Stage 4 cancer is considered malignant, invasive, and metastatic, meaning the cancer is spread to other organs, and this makes it much more difficult to treat and contain. It's therefore imperative that cancer be detected in the earliest stages possible. What are liquid biopsies? Well, liquid biopsies are a revolutionary type of diagnostic testing that provide doctors with critical information indicative of disease. Biofluids, which include blood, urine, stool, and saliva, are used to garner information that can aid in the diagnosis or prognosis of a disease. It can also provide relevant information regarding the most beneficial treatment options based on the lab results. The IVY gene test uses a blood sample that can detect genomic DNA modifications. Human cells contain billions of base pairs of genomic DNA that encode for over 20,000 genes. For optimal function, each cell must be able to switch the expression of these genes on and off, along with increasing or reducing the production of genetic products. This regulation is dependent on signals within the body and the cell's environment. Gene expression is regulated by human cells through a variety of mechanisms. One of these mechanisms involves the addition of a cytosine methyl group that acts as a reversible marker to influence gene expression rather than modifying the genetic code. Cytosine is one of the 4 bases that are found in RNA and DNA. Let's talk a little bit about methylation. In order to understand how the IVY gene test works, a basic understanding of methylation is necessary. Methylation is a biochemical process that takes place in every cell of the body. These reactions regulate various systems along with DNA production and repair, detoxification, inflammation, the stress response, cellular energy production, fat metabolism, liver and eye health, and estrogen and histamine metabolism. This simple biochemical process involves the transfer of 3 hydrogen atoms and 1 carbon atom. When this process of methylation is functioning as it should, systems in the body, including the detox, reproduction, cardiovascular, and neurological systems, work as they should. When methylation is compromised, any number of conditions can occur. The production and recycling of glutathione is a primary role of the methylation cycle. Glutathione is the body's master antioxidant and detoxifier. If you don't have enough of it, dysfunction can arise. The methylation cycle is dependent on B vitamins, magnesium, choline, betaine, and other nutrients. Therefore, lifestyle strategies and targeted supplementation are paramount in keeping the methylation cycle running smoothly. Certain genes are comprised of regulatory elements that contain a lot of methylated cytosine, which result in the gene being silenced or turned off. Conversely, if these elements have a reduction of methylated cytosine, the gene is expressed or turned on. By determining which of these regulatory elements are methylated, insights can be gained into which genes are expressed and which genes are silenced. Significant changes in gene expression occur when a cell changes from normal to malignant. Cancer cells overproduce genes that are responsible for cell growth. These changes correspond to changes in the methylation pattern of the genomic DNA of cancer cells, which can be distinguished from normal cells by detecting which sites within the genome are methylated. Evaluating the methylation patterns of tumors or cancer DNA can confirm the presence of cancer. This is possible because malignant cells shed genomic DNA into the bloodstream when they die. This DNA from circulating tumors can be isolated from a blood sample. DNA methylation patterns can be identified by using advanced sequencing techniques. Specific patterns can then be compared against a database of established DNA methylation patterns for certain types of cancers. This is how the new liquid biopsy tests, including the IVGene test, detect cancer and improve patient outcomes. The IVGene test is designed to be used in conjunction with a comprehensive medical history. It can detect 4 different cancers, including colon, liver, lung, and breast. The detection of other cancers has not yet been determined. If additional cancers are present, however, it will result in an elevated IVGene score, which is a composite average of cell-free methylated DNA at the target sites and is represented as a fraction of the total cell-free DNA that is present. The test analyzes the methylation status of cell-free DNA at sites that have demonstrated to be hypermethylated when certain cancers are present. Results of the test are consequently reported as a quantitative IVGene score, indicating the methylation status of the target sites. As of yet, large clinical trials have not yet been conducted to determine the IVGene's efficacy as a screening test for cancer. The lab offers a 3-step approach if you want to utilize the test. First, you need to consult with your doctor, as he or she will need to order the test for you. Keep in mind, providers have their own additional service costs associated with the lab. The next step is to get a blood draw, and this can be obtained either through your healthcare provider, a mobile phlebotomist, or at one of the locations provided on the testing website. Your blood sample will then be sent to the lab for analysis. Once the lab receives your kit, results will be returned to your provider within 5 business days, following which an interpretation of the results will be sent to you along with an IVGene score based on normal and elevated ranges. The lower the score, the better. I'll put a link below this video where you can download the testing guide to discuss it with your doctor to determine if the test is right for you. The lab has been available since January 2018 and meets FDA requirements. How to order the test. If for some reason you don't want your doctor to order the test, alternatively, you can choose a provider listed on the lab's website. Simply enter your state, city, and radius distance to find a provider near you. If you're unable to find a physician that's close to you in proximity, you can contact the lab. In summary, the IVGene test is a liquid biopsy test that uses a single blood sample that can detect cancer in its earliest stages. In summary, the IVGene test is a liquid biopsy test that uses a single blood sample to detect cancer in its earliest stages. It does this by identifying methylated genomic DNA patterns. A treatment protocol can then be created based on the results. If you or someone you love has cancer, please download the free guide and discuss it with your doctor. Have you heard of genomic DNA testing? Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching.